What famous celebrity is actually still a decent human being? Steve Buscemi is a really down-to-earth guy. Bless his creepy little heart. I was doorman in Tribeca for a large portion of my 20s. Met more high-end celebrities than you can count. From people who were in big Super Bowl commercials, C-list actors, up Taylor Swift. I can confidently say that Chris Martin from Coldplay and Paul Rudd are two of the nicest guys I have ever met in my life. Weird Al. Dolly Parton is and always was a saint. Just visited down by Tennessee and everyone absolutely loves her. Even today she lives in a relatively modest home compared to her wealth, like $1 mill. Hugh Jackman. I'm from Latin America and one time I meet him in a not regular place to tourism, all rural people, and I can talk with him in a coffee, is a nice man and is very kindly. Andre 3000 is a super chill dude, walks around and is so unassuming you wouldn't know he's there. Saw him playing a wooden flute on the street in Philly, said you're Andre 3000. He just tipped his hat and kept playing. Really cool guy just living life. Keanu. The dude does so goddamn much. He bought an entire crew bikes after one of his movies finished filming. He helped a guy open a restaurant. He helped fund a surgery. He sat and talked with a homeless guy. The man is just everywhere and, for some reason, just casually carries envelopes of dosh with him. There's a reason people love him. Brendan Fraser. There's a reason why so many people still love him after all these years. David Tennant. Bill Pullman, our Independence Day president. I worked at the school where he sent his kids, and he was hands down the nicest, most grounded famous parent I've ever met, and I've met many celeb parents teaching at that school. He and his wife were very supportive of teachers, always gave us these big holiday gift bags that included nuts and jams and honey made on his ranch in Montana, and were joyful, wonderful people. Their kids were amazing. Amazing. The kind of kids that cheerfully help you move tables when setting up a class or pick up something you've dropped. And of course smart and funny and talented. I don't know if Bill Pullman is famous enough to be called a celebrity, but dang it, I'll celebrate him anyway. Daniel Radcliffe seems like a sound guy and frankly I respect the fact he made all the money he'd ever need by 14 and now just does whatever project B feels like doing. I also think he's a very underrated actor. I work in the movie business. Here's a list of famous people I've worked with who were great people to work with. Margot Robbie, Hugh Jackman, Willem Dafoe, Zendaya, Guy Pearce, Jamie Lee Curtis, Cate Blanchett, Nicole Kidman, and most of all Will Smith. Yeah, I know. And when I worked with him he went above and beyond for the crew and the fans out on the street. By far the coolest person I've worked with Zendaya and JLC a close second. From personal experience. I've worked with tons of famous musicians, but used to live work next to Sarah Jessica Parker, about 10 years ago, and would talk to her every day before she would take her twins for a walk and get swarmed by the press. She was an absolute gem. I'm not a Sex and the City fan but would always talk to her about Hocus Pocus and she was all about it. In contrast Matthew Broderick is a complete prick. Andrew Garfield. Rick Moranis quit acting at the height of his career so he could focus on taking care of his kids after the death of his wife. Keanu Reeves. I haven't heard anything negative about Steve Carell. A co-worker of mine played on the same college football team, Morehouse, as Denzel's son. Denzel would frequent games and events, always sat in the bleachers with the other parents etc. At one away game, Entourage came into the bleachers and asked Mr. Washington if he would prefer to sit in the Chancellor's suite and Denzel replied only if you are inviting all the parents. He stayed in the bleachers. Co-worker said Denzel knew nearly all the players' first names and their parents and loved talking football. Sam Rockwell. He lives around me and I have friends that have had random hangouts with him. They say he's super down to earth. Really chill and interesting. Jamie Foxx actually pulled a dude out of a burning car. Danny Trejo is one of the nicest guys ever.